Car confessions. Okay, so are you like me, and when you head out, not only do you need your 40 ounce water, right? And your swig cup, of course. Then you also need your another 40 ounce that has your protein shake / low carb protein shake, because it's made with almond milk, made with coffee. And so there is ice, almond milk, coffee, instant coffee, some sugar-free, the Irish cream in there, and shake it all up with my protein powder, and that becomes my lunch, because low carbing it. A lot of fun. But, yep, I have to go everywhere with my 2 jugs. Getting ready to go to the doctor's for follow-up with my mom, and figure the appointment's going to be about 3 hours. And so, better bring all my beverages with me. Do you do that when you go out too, or is it just me? So Dave and I were out at a dinner last night with our church, and everybody had to bring something. So we brought dessert. So we brought a cheesecake. At the end of, and I had 2 little forkful bites. That was it. I was very good. Because, diabetic, I've got a continuous glucose monitor on, and that thing goes off like an alarm if my sugar goes up. So had 2 little bites of cheesecake. That was it. Low carbed everything else, because we're doing this low carb thing for our diabetes. And so at the end of the night, I said, somebody please take this cheesecake, because usually everybody takes their stuff home with them. I said, somebody please take this cheesecake. I said, Dave and I are both diabetics. I don't want the cheesecake in the house. Because I had visions of me and Dave sitting there with this cheesecake, 2 forks, the plate of cheesecake, watching Star Trek in bed, eating the cheesecake. The entire thing. After I told Dave that I was letting them keep the cheesecake, for someone to take it home. He's like, but I'm like, exactly. That's exactly why I did it. The mood when you open up the box and you discover that the label rolls are too big to fit inside the printer. So today I'm trying out some new dye colorways, and I'm mixing and matching different formulas that I already have to try new combinations for different depths of shade, different darknesses, muted, things like that. So I have 12 mason jars in here filled with water and acid, and then I'm gonna add the dye in, and then we're gonna let them cook. See y'all shortly. Okay, so we went ahead and dyed. We added the dye color, and we added the dye color, and we've been dyeing the yarns. So we have our new latest colors I'm testing out for all of our dye mixtures, and then we're going to go ahead and get started on the next set. Okay, so as you can see, all the water came out clear, so we can reuse it. It means all the dye is absorbed, and we're good. And then if I step over here, you can see that every single skein has a corresponding spot on my chart, and I'm re-dyeing 185 because I didn't like the way it turned out. It turned out too splotchy. So I've marked 185 down already to be re-dyed. And then everybody has a tag on them. So now we go over to here, and you can see everyone with their tags, and I use Sharpies because they don't come off in the laundry. And now we've got this new batch of 15 new colors. And now we're going to go ahead and we've washed them, rinsed them, and now we're going to spin them. Car confessions. Oh, so Dave and I both have diabetes. Dave's been dealing with it a lot longer than me. I've been dealing with it now for 2 years, probably undiagnosed for a lot longer than that. But I we're doing the low carb. We got the continuous glucose monitors, everything like that, which are really cool. They just kind of like sit on your arm and they tell you when you're bad, but they also tell you when you're good. But the thing is, I can walk past bread or something sweet and my glucose monitor will sense it and it'll start alarming. It's just, I mean, I'm being, you know, ridiculous, but seriously, it practically seems like that. Dave can sit down and he will have a cinnamon roll in the morning with a sugared coffee, because he got himself a sugared latte. In the afternoon, he had, what did he have after that? I don't know. He said had something high carb. I don't remember what it was. Oh, he had an ice cream. He had a sundae. And then after that, he had a glass of bourbon. And he's like, wow, my sugar is great. It's only 140. And I'm like, dude, if I were to do that, I'd be dead. How? Men, I just don't get it. How? Someone tell me how. Hey everyone, it's Jenna, and I am getting ready to do the August stitch markers, and Laura sent them in the cutest bag. Well, there's a few more bags, but she sent them, she's been putting them in these adorable bags. And here's this month's stitch marker for September. So it might give you August. I'm getting ahead of myself there. So I've got a few more bags over there to pack. But isn't that cute, those little birds? So it might give you a little hint as to what's coming this month. Yeah. Bye.